Women love to run their mouth and they hardly ever get checked. Men just kind of allow them. We don't even say much to them. Nobody even, pushes back. All the other women, slay queen, tell your truth. But when men actually say, no, you're dumb, then there's a problem.
Well, it's about time someone told these chicks the truth.
I broke things off with a guy a couple weeks ago, and he said something that really stuck with me, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
Bird hands.
When I was ending it, I said, hey, I think you're really great, but I'm looking for a very specific person that has XYZ things. And his response was, you can't have it all.
On behalf of mankind, thank you, sir.
And I kind of laughed and was like, yeah, I can. I can't have it all. And also, you need to think that way too.
If you asked a child if they could have it all, it wouldn't be surprising if they said yes. But, really, we have women saying this stuff. She even tried to pass that mindset on to him as if it would take. But it won't. It's too flawed and too juvenile to actually believe, which is why that's the sort of stuff women buy into. Not men.
This is why they live in such delusion. Men barely push back. What did he say? You can't have it all. He didn't even say anything too crazy. Very reasonable. Like a check, right? You just can't have it all. He didn't say you don't qualify. He didn't even say that. He just said you can't have it all. No! I can have it all.
How could you possibly live life like that? What a sad way to live. What a sad way to feel, and what a sad thing to believe.
Santa Claus isn't real, the Tooth Fairy isn't real, and she can't have it all. Dating after divorce. I guess one thing she can't have is a sustainable marriage. Guaranteed she's never heard someone say something like that to her. A simple, you can't have it all, and she's got to run to TikTok to process her trauma. Men in the dating pool are having to challenge these women on their delusions because everyone else in their life refuses to.
I get it. Most men don't want to deal with it, don't want to challenge them because it's just a lot of extra work that you don't have to deal with. But the good men out there that are going to check these women, hopefully these women get checked enough by enough men. Maybe they'll start course correcting. Maybe.
I was in a conversation tonight with a man and he asked me what my standards were, and when I told him, he told me that my standards are too high and that I would be alone forever if I don't lower them.
After checking out her TikTok account, the guy was absolutely right. She's the sort of type that used to only date assholes.
I used to always date the assholes. I used to always think that the assholes were so attractive.
And now that she's older and carrying baggage, she's decided to date the nice guys.
Thankfully, I healed that part of me. I'm choosing the nice guy every single time.
But now she has a laundry list these nice guys have to clear in order to make it worth it for her to actually date them. A list that those attractive assholes never had to look at once.
And this is why we say nice guys finish last. You're the last to get a hold of these women, and you're the last, not just the last to get a hold of them. You have to jump through massive rings of fire to even start dating these women now, even though they want to give you a chance because you're the nice guy, you're the only guy they pick now. No, even though they pick you, they make you jump through crazy burning hell.
I said, lower them for who? For who? And for what? And he said they were unrealistic. And I said, to you, they are unrealistic standards. To me, they are very realistic standards.
Just because you want them doesn't make them real.
Intentional, realistic standards.
In her mind, objective, justifiable standards are a fantasy. And if a woman insists on holding out for the type of man that has only ever existed in a novel, well, she'd say that's perfectly reasonable and even realistic.
This is your reminder to never settle, to never lower your standards because somebody is telling you they're unrealistic. Be unrealistic.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is why you can't even talk to women nowadays. You can't even instill reality into them. Like, their delusion is so much stronger than reality. It's quite interesting.
Still single, are you? Spamming that reminder not only keeps women single, but it also convinces married women with kids They're being mistreated and they deserve better, so they end up opting into single motherhood.
I need to say these words out loud because I cannot believe they were said to me recently. My ex decided to say to me that being a single mom, I will forever struggle. Being a single mom, it will forever be hard. And that
Correct.
90% of single moms, or most single moms, are not successful. The rage and the fire that was lit inside my body.
Hey, it's good. Go ahead. Prove him wrong. You're just going to actually just prove him right.
If only she had that same fire lit inside of her to
keep the marriage
avoid
together?
single motherhood in the first place, then she wouldn't have to hear some tough truths from other people that it's not exactly an ideal situation. We used to shame single motherhood to serve as a deterrent for it. Now, the people still brave enough to say we shouldn't encourage it are the ones getting shamed. It's completely backwards. And you know things are fucked up when even their own sons are trying to talk some sense into them. When your child doesn't approve of the way you dress.
Mom, that right there, it's not all the way covered up.
I tucked it into the back.
I don't like it that way. I don't like it all the way down.
When your son is more modest than you. Ew.
Why do you like it all the way down?
Because it's more private. See, and that's not. It's kind of, I can literally kind of see your foot.
Yeah, buddy, that's why she's doing it. Funny how
Correct.
even the child knows she's purposely tucking her shirt and hiking the leggings up her ass crack for attention. Embarrassing. It's not scripted and it gets worse. She justified it by saying her husband is secure enough to have her walk out like that. Liberal women are the absolute worst. First, it's not just liberal women who pull the, you're just insecure card. Second, her son is going to experience that same manipulation, especially as he continues to follow the instinct that made him feel something was off about what his mom was wearing.
He's going to grow up confused as hell because he thinks this way, but his mom's going to gaslight him in thinking the other way.
It's clear that in modernity, men will be shamed for having boundaries regardless. So just accept that it's going to happen and enforce them anyway without worrying about how
Correct.
it makes women feel.
Be a man.
He doesn't want somebody who has mental health issues and has to take medications for it. Pretty much the one thing that I physically cannot control.
Look, hopefully she can figure things out and improve her quality of life, but it's completely reasonable for a man to look at a woman who struggles in that area and choose not to get involved. But of course, he was getting shamed in the comments section. The truth is, men often get disqualified for reasons that are way less serious than a history of mental illness. Like,
he's wearing brown belts with black shoes? Like, there's stuff like that they're coming up with to disqualify men. What do men disqualify you for? If you're ugly and you're unpleasant.
showing too much emotion.
You cannot say that you want an emotionally available man and then get the ick the moment he shows emotion. This is an observation from what I see inside my matchmaking office. Women tell me that they want two things. They want a man who leads, and they want a man who's emotionally intelligent.
When they say lead, they mean lead them to their opened door, lead them to their free dinner, and lead them to an easier
Pay
life.
for everything.
They don't actually mean wanting to follow a man's
Correct.
authority, which is required to actually lead the relationship in any direction. And since that's the case, they should stop saying they want to be led, because they don't. They don't even have a coherent understanding of what being led entails.
Emotional intelligence
You can lead me, but when I want to be led.
means emotional expression. It means he names what he's feeling. It means he processes things out loud. He admits when he's overwhelmed. He sometimes may cry. He might ask for reassurance. And when that happens, a lot of women interpret that or experience that as weakness.
Correct.
They sometimes will call it the ick.
And this is why men just don't do it, and we advise men not to do it. It's not that we know it's not that we think you're stone cold killers, or we think you should be stone cold killers. No, We just want to protect you. This is why we say these things. It's because we've experienced it ourselves. We've seen our friends, the men around us experience sharing their feelings, sharing their emotions, using what women tell them to do, and get used against them greatly.
Or too soft, or not masculine, or I need a real man. And you can see how now there's a contradiction.
Yeah, good luck explaining to your female clients how they're being contradictory and illogical. Every man knows how that goes. There's a reason women and children are often lumped together, and men need to remember that before they find themselves rolling in the mud with women. The truth was spoken to every one of these women. Now, whether they accept it or not is a different story, but don't be swayed by their emotional manipulation or the general attempt to feminize everything, because without masculine order, this whole thing crumbles.
It's true, right? Masculinity built everything, and masculinity maintains everything. Femininity seems to be trying to destroy everything. Have so